Hey, what's up, everybody? I am your high performance mindset coach, Jay Hollingshed. I help athletes win more competitions and consistently get better stats. I help entrepreneurs become more productive and consistently produce more profit. I am helping out and empowering minds from the locker room to the boardroom. High performance mindset coach Jay Hollingshed. Thank you guys for tuning in and stopping by. This is episode 62 of 365. Episode 62 of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Now, let me get all my thank yous out the way. Thank you, and thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate that. If you are tuning in at this live version right now, thank you. I appreciate you. If you are tuning in on a repeat, thank you. I will repeat that. Thank you if you are tuning in on a repeat. I'm grateful for your presence as well. And all of those that are tuning in for the first time, bless you. Thank you. Now, if anybody has missed any episodes between 1 and 62, feel free to go to my YouTube channel. Everything I've done is on YouTube. All of my videos are backlogged on YouTube, so you can catch this video in its entirety on YouTube. Feel free to go check it out, like, subscribe, share, tag, all that good stuff on YouTube. Thank you so much. Now, today is day 6, Friday, 6th day of the week, which means we discussed the sixth pillar of my 7 pillars of mental performance. And that 6th pillar is managing stress. Managing stress. And as you know, I've done my research. I've put together a little narrative for you to kind of do a little story on playing about stress. And it's talking about handling stressful circumstances. Handling stressful circumstances. And we can do that with our perception. Now, here we go. Our perception controls our behavior. It controls how we react and respond to certain situations and how we respond to our circumstances. So the way we see things is how we will respond. And there are many ways of perceiving something, many ways of seeing situations, circumstances, people, things of that nature. But the way we see or perceive something is unique to us in our own right, because no one else sees how we see, and that's based on hundreds of variables. Anything from our upbringing to any habits we've adopted or the people we've been hanging around. We actually pick up some of their ways and mindsets. So that affects how we perceive things. And when we perceive certain situations, we actually label them according to our upbringing, our mindsets, or our beliefs and values. And depending on our beliefs and values, we will label circumstances stressful or non-stressful. Now, let me give you an example. Let's go into a narrative. Let's say you get up in the morning, you get in the car, and you get in the car, you crank that bad boy up, and you look at the gas tank, right? Or you look at the fuel gauge, and you're like, it's not empty, it's not full. That bad boy is about right there, smack in the middle. So it's at 50%. Now, if you're rolling with Dr. Negative is going to say, oh crap, man, my tank is half empty. Now I got to get more gas. Ugh. That's the attitude of inviting stress. Based on the perception, negative perception, you are inviting stress when you do or respond in that manner. Now, let's say you're rolling with Dr. Positive. Now, Dr. Positive sees the exact same thing. Gets in the car, cranks it up, look at the fuel tank, and it's not full, it's not empty, it's right there, smack in the middle at the 50% line. So Dr. Positive is going to say, oh, cool. And my tank is already half full. That's what's up right there. That's what's up. That's my blessing. So when you're responding like that, you are instantly repelling any stress. You are repelling any negative vibrations, anything that can cause stress. Now, both of these scenarios are actually identical when it comes to a factual perspective. The facts are identical. They both in both scenarios, the tank is half full. Well, the tank is at 50%. And not only is it at 50%, it's going to take another 50% to fill it up. So that's the identical part of it. The difference is our perception, how we see it, how we receive it, not just how we receive it, but how we label it according to our values. Patrick Steinberg, I see you watching, my brother. I appreciate you. Superman in the house, y'all. That's Patrick Steinberg, my man. Now, here's the secret to our circumstances. They all are related because the end of one circumstance is the beginning of another circumstance. Let me repeat that or rephrase that. The end of our previous circumstance is the beginning of our current circumstance. That's how our circumstances are created. And that's how they're related. I'm sorry. So when you are literally stepping out of one circumstance, you pick your foot up and you step out of one circumstance. When you put that foot down, you are putting it down inside of your next circumstance. So one step out is going to another step in. The circumstances are related. So any emotions and negative energies or positive energies, any energies you're carrying with you from one circumstance are carried over into the next circumstance. Now, it says that we create our own circumstances, and this is how that happens. Let's say, back to the fuel scenario, you're rolling with Dr. Negative, and the Dr. Negative already said, man, my tank is half empty. Now I gotta get some more gas. Inviting the negative stress, inviting negative vibrations, which cause stress, rather. Now, what's the chance of Dr. Negative having a good next circumstance or a good upcoming circumstance? Not good at all. Why? Because we attract what we are. We attract more of what we are. Birds of a feather flock together. Like attracts like. This is all true. So being that we attract what we are, what is Dr. Negative? He is stressed. So he's going to attract more stress. Our mind can only focus on one thing at a time. We can't be stressed and unstressed at the same time. So if we are in a stressed state of mind, the next thing we see is going to be labeled with the same mindset that we are already in, which is stress. Now, let's go back over to Dr. Positive. Dr. Positive is the one that got in the car, saw the tank, and the tank was at 50%, didn't start tripping about it being empty. Dr. Positive said, oh, that's what's up. My tank is already half full. That's my blessing right there. I only got to put half a tank in. We straight. We good. So what's the chance of Dr. Positive having a stressful mindset? None at all. Why? He's rolling on Easy Street. His mindset. The mindset is positive. So the chances of Dr. Positive having another positive experience or circumstance right after the one he's in is very, very probable. So that's what I mean when I say our circumstances, the end of one circumstance is the beginning of another. Now, there's one way to actually stop that. You can stop that. In a lot of my previous videos, especially the ones from awareness and mindfulness days or my positive and negative self-talk days, I talk about that pause button, P-A-U-S-E. Press that pause button. When you feel the negative energies coming towards you, when you can see negative circumstances or feel negative energies coming at you, you have an emotional pause button. Push that bad boy. Pause. Stop. Everybody, stop. Now, when you stop or press pause, you actually put it on hold. That gives you time to step back, reassess, look at the situation. If it's something you don't like, you can neutralize it, change it, flip it, and then press play. And when you press pause, you actually give yourself time to emotionally detach from the stress, emotionally detach from the negative, and neutralize it, flip it to positive, then reattach and press play. So you now have a positive, a positive ending to that circumstance, which will carry over as a positive beginning to your next circumstance. Same thing as having a non-stressful circumstance carrying over into another non-stressful circumstance. So when I say that your attitude, your perception, that has a lot to do with how your stress level is gauged. It does. It has a lot to do with that. I'm going to end with a couple of quotes. One is from a brilliant philosopher. Name is William James. Anybody studying philosophy or psychology, you have to have heard of William James. If not, get a jump on it and start studying William James. I guarantee you, you will be amazed. William James says, the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over the other. Pretty much what I just summed up. Second quote is by Hans Selye, Hanselye, Hans Selye. And Hans says, adopting the right attitude let's try that again. Adopting the right attitude can convert a negative stress into a positive one. Once again, that's what we just talked about and just explained. And I hope everyone has a good understanding of how you can take your stressful situations and turn them, and how your perception affects your level of stress. Now, speaking of stress, all my athletes and entrepreneurs, think about where you are now, what you are doing. How many times this week has stress prevented you from being your best self? How many times has your stress level this week prevented you from performing at your highest potential? Now, if it has been just straight messing with you and ticking you off, it's frustrating you to where you can't sleep at night, it pains you, go to speaktojay.com. I want to talk to you about that. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's get you to where you want to be. Let's take that stress level off. Let's decrease that. Let's get you on some awareness and mindfulness and get you to where you want to be. That potential that you see that you can't hardly get to because of that stress level. Let's get you to that point. Kenny B. Johnson Sr., thank you, sir. I see you watching. I appreciate you. So if you're having a problem and your stress is the issue that's keeping you from getting from point A to point B, go to speaktojay.com, speaktojay.com. I want to talk to you about that. Let's see if we can get you going. Get you to where you want to be. Thank you all. This is all I have for today. This has been episode 62 of 365. This is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. I am your high performance mindset coach, Jay Hollingshed, saying I appreciate you. Be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.